So this is going to be a 4x1 chevron stitch. I'm going to use 10 strings, 5 pink and 5 white. Each will be 4 feet long, which is about 1.2 meters long. And yeah, that's it, kind of. So we're going to begin once I finish showing all the stitch. And good luck with this. Kind of hard, but you get used to it after a few stitches, I hope. So first of all, I'm going to make a big knot out of the 10 strings. So that we'll have a two-directional 4x1 stitch. So you can hypothetically continue in this direction or in this direction, and of course you're gonna use the long side. So make sure you have one short side and one long side, and then you want to stretch. Okay, so after you make this big knot, we're gonna create a specific 4x1 stitch on the long side strings, and this specific one, we need to pick two opposite strings. One is white and one is pink. So say I'll take this pink and this white, for instance, and then on the left side you have two whites and two pinks, and on the right side you end up with two pinks and two whites. So make sure you have two pinks and two whites here. Oh, maybe it seems logical that this white string is better. So let's take these four here, these four here, and you have two strings here. So you have up and down direction. This is going to be this white and this pink, and then you have the left and right, or right to left, on both sides here, which you have two pinks on the left, two whites, and also the same as here, two pinks and two lefts, two pinks and two whites. Good. And now I'll start creating two loops with pink and white strings. And I'm going to take, first of all, I'm going to create a box with two whites. So one white here, and one white here. Give me a moment. It looks a little bit confusing at the beginning, but here you go. So that's very simple. You have used two whites on both sides. Okay, now we're gonna create with two pinks. So we're gonna have a 2x1 with two pinks going over under here on the bottom side. So have two whites and two pinks for now. I'll tell you later what we're gonna have next, because I don't want to confuse you. So take this pink, say, go here. Again, along the way it's kind of look confusing, but you'll see at the end. Okay, so now I have like 2x1 stitch. So here we go. Okay, now next I'm gonna use two pinks, and of course at the end you have two whites. So two pinks. Now oops, excuse me, two pinks, yeah, not two whites. My mistake. and finally the two whites on the bottom side here. Now let's, I'm just gonna switch, I'll show you how it looks at the end. A second. So, you see, it seems quite symmetrical. You have only two whites here, two pinks in the middle, one pink here, one pink here. So it's not that a big deal, right? Okay, let's now stretch, and I'll make one more stitch, one more 4x1 wall stitch. So as you can see, I don't even stretch all the way, because at the end of the day I'm gonna undo this first wall stitch. So chevron goes like this. Chevron goes always with the outer strings, the top right and the bottom left, and we move this top right like this, say to the left, and the left string here to the right. Okay, like this, and then we just make sure they are close to each other, like this. And that's kind of it. You just do that, and then you have 4 strings on the left and 4 strings on the right, and you're just gonna weave from top to bottom, or from bottom to top, whatever you choose, as long as you do it correctly. So let's say I'll always do from top to bottom to show you. So on this directions, you can see that this string is on the right side is up, and this string is down. So I'll start with the right side. The top right side is this pink. So I'm gonna go over and under. Make sure it's really over on the top side. So right through here. And then next in line will be this white string, parallel to the first pink string. Like this. Okay, and next, again, parallel to the white string, a third in line will be this pink. And then this white. And then this white here. This pink. this pink, and finally the last pink. I might have a little problem here. Okay, yes, let's go here. As you can see, final one, and now that you're just going to stretch all the stitch, and you have a different orientation, the opposite orientation, but you'll see this is the same idea. Just 1 second, I'll stretch and I'll show you. So stretch a stitch, and I'll continue now with second stitch. So again, I'll take now it's going to be 2 pinks. So the upper left here and the bottom right here are 2 pinks. So this is the case for right now. And again, I'm just going to simply put this pink here and put this pink here on the left. So it's this is kind of opposite orientation. So you can see it's the opposite as before, but same idea. Just keep it on the right. This one is on the left, and then bring them closer to each other. We only have 4 strings on the left and 4 strings on the right. And in this time, I'll continue again from top to bottom. And in this situation, I'm going to start with the left side. Before I did with the right side, now I'm going to do it with the left side. So how do I know? Because the top string is here, which I go over and under, and this is going to be the top string. And then from there, you just continue until this string, which goes over and under here, and that's the lock of a stitch. If I would have gone from here, this is not going to be the top string, because then it's just going to fall off. Right? If I could just go over and under here, and that's going to be my top string, then if it's the top string, why does it fall down? So it must be the left side that we start with. So I start with this left string, top left string. And keeping it at the top side, you can see it doesn't fall off, and this is come naturally. So now for right string parallel. Excuse me for that. Parallel to this over and under. So parallel to this. It's going to be a second in line from top to bottom. And then this white. Then this white. Pink. And finally I have 2 strings. So this one here, and finally the bottom string, which will lock everything up. And here you have again a little bit kind of screwed up here, but anyway, stretch everything, and here we go. So now I'm gonna make 4 more stitches, slow motion, and once I've done that, I'll cut this beginning here, and I'll show you the end stitch. So I hope everything makes sense. If not, just do with me while I do the slow motion. Just be with me while I do it, and I hope you'll find it easier while I make it slower. So yeah, so good luck with that. can continue on your own now, I hope, and all that's left now is to cut the beginning here. So very simple, just cut the beginning here like this. Don't undo the knot, then if you undo the knot, everything will be a mess. So each loop here I'm just gonna cut. Very satisfying usually to do it, because you kind of destroy your stitch, but in this case it kind of helps. Even it helps, yeah. So I'm cutting everything here. Yeah, I really like doing that. I'll do it all day. I think actually I'm gonna undo one more stitch. So I'll just, yeah, like this, very simple. And yeah, also like cut the strings and undo 2 stitches minimally. You can undo one more if you want, but now it doesn't really matter. Don't undo all the stitches, of course. So I'll cut the strings and I'll glue the stitch and I'll continue on my own, and then I'll show you how I made the end stitch. So making the end stitch is similar as any end stitch you've seen before. So you just undo the last stitch you made, and you want to make sure you go around each loop, each string, go around a loop, and then toward the center of a stitch. So this is how it goes. Let's first of all undo the last stitch here. Good. So this is how it goes. Let's say we start. You can continue. Start with any string you want. For aesthetic reasons, I'll start with this white string. So you want always to go around one loop. So in this case, I'm gonna go around this pink loop, go underneath here, and then to the center of a stitch, which is in between here. This is the center of a stitch between these 2 pinks, this pink and this pink is the center of a stitch. So I'm gonna go with this white string around here, underneath here, as you can see. So underneath here, and then to the center, and that's it. And do it to all other strings. Since I started with this white, I'll just continue. I'll continue counterclockwise. Okay, you can do also clockwise, but once you start here, so this white string went here, it means that it kind of went counterclockwise, so I'm just gonna choose counterclockwise. So I'll continue now with this white string, go around this white loop here, and then underneath here, and then to the center. Like this. As you can see. Okay, now this pink here. Same idea. Now it's closer to the center, so it's easier now to do it. The ones that are closer to the center are easier to do. And now this pink here, around this pink loop, then to the center. then this white, around this white loop here, so in between, so this, so in here, going through here, and then go directly to the center, which gets a little bit more complicated because there are more strings in the center. Okay, now this pink underneath, and to the center. Come on. Now this white. Around here and to the center. This pink around the pink loop. And to the center here. Now this pink around this pink loop. Not quite center. 1 second. So I need to go underneath also this string. Excuse me. Yeah, so I just went through this pink loop and then to the center. And finally this white string, which we go in between this white loop and this white loop inside here, and then go directly to the center. And here we go. I'll just now stretch. So here we go. This is the results. Kind of neat. I'll move it around. Kind of like this. And what's more, we at the end here, end stitch. Yeah, so have a nice day, I guess. Yeah, so see ya.